Welcome to the Teacher and the Pro, where we dive into the PGA professionals' journeys and the path they've chosen within the golf industry. I'm Nathan Rarick, an elementary PE teacher and golf writer for Fair to Green, an equitable sports media company. Joining us this episode is Andrew Cornish, an assistant golf professional at Llanerch Country Club in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Andrew discusses how a year of being a caddy guided him to choosing to become a PGA professional. He then talks about his favorite part about being a PGA professional and how it was going through the PGA Associate program. At the end, we discuss how Northeast golf is different than the other types of golf being played on the PGA Tour. Now, before we get into your career as a PGA professional, we're going to go back to how it all started in the game of golf and who or was a specific event or something you watched on TV that got you into the game of golf?
Yeah, that's tough. I wouldn't say it was a specific person. I was always around golf growing up. I have a dad that plays a lot. My older brother plays. My uncle plays. My grandfather plays. So I was around it. I didn't play golf until I was a freshman in high school. Actually, I was playing baseball all my life and came in on a foul ball actually in batting practice and sprained my wrist and needed to find something else to do because baseball wasn't going to be the pathway, and ended up in golf, and my freshman year of high school is when it started.
Nice. Now, did you continue playing golf in college at all, or once you graduated high school, you stopped?
So yeah, I played all 4 years in high school, and then I didn't play my freshman year in college because I went to the University of Arizona. And then when my family decided to move back to the East Coast here, I reached out to some college coaches at some smaller schools and ended up at Penn State Berks, which is a satellite campus for Penn State, and played there for the rest of my years and enjoyed it. Small D3 golf, but played a lot of good golf courses, met some cool people.
Nice. Now, when did you decide to become a PGA professional? Is it something that, well, you were playing in your college career, like, this is what I want to do the rest of my life? Or maybe was it you stepped away from the game of golf after college and you're like, you know what, I want to go back into that world?
Right. So in college, I actually caddied at Llanerch Country Club, the place that I mentioned. I had a family member that was there, got me into caddying. And like I said, I played golf, so caddying was just second nature to me. Was around it there and graduated in 2020 as a COVID year, which is always fun. So graduated with a criminal justice degree and was going to get into some form of law enforcement or law in general. And things took a turn there in that year, and caddying at the club, and was like, I'm a decent player. I like the game of golf. I like being around these people. Why don't I try and give this a shot? So I fell in there and enjoyed it.
Now, you went to school, obviously, so you did the self-learning way to become a PGA professional, correct?
Right. Yeah. So I was in the PGM program through the PGA, and I just finished last year. Actually, I got my Class A in August of last year, but yeah, I went through that, and it was not hard, but they drop it all on you and say, here, you got 3 years to do this, 3 years to do this, and 3 years to do this, and just at your own pace and how you do it.
Yeah, I know. I'm a teacher, so once we get that first certification, you have to get your master's within so many years. And I was like, I got to go right back to school because if I take any years off, I'm not going back. Right. So I literally graduated undergrad in May and went right back to school in August. And all my friends are like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm saving myself now because I know I won't do it in 5 years.
Right. Exactly.
Now, you just earning your Class A certification, were you able to work as an assistant pro while earning your Class A certification?
Yeah, so there's an associate program that they put you into, and you can still be a PGA associate is what you call it. You're a PGA professional, but you're an associate. You're not a member of the PGA. So most clubs, actually, I think most clubs in our area have at least one or two associates working with them. It's a great way to learn. Obviously, you learn more on the job than anything you can read from a textbook or what they tell you. But yeah, so that was great. I worked at Cedarbrook, and they helped me with my education there at that club, and I was able to, I guess, I get my Class A last year.
Nice. Now, once you got your Class A, did your role change? Were you given more responsibility with it, or you just stayed the same?
Stayed the same. I wouldn't necessarily say it was more, but you learn so many things going through the program, everything from merchandising to running a golf shop to giving a lesson, giving a fitting, things like that. So it's a wide variety of things that you learn. But like I said, a lot of things you can learn on the job as well. But it was a great program to be a base of education.
What does your day-to-day look like? Are you more merchandising? Are you more teaching lessons? Are you more creating tournaments? I know you're probably starting the golf season right now, so it's probably getting more busy as the weeks go on. So what does a day in the life of Andrew look like?
I don't know if there's a set day in the life. I think that's one of the things I like so much about the job is that you can come in and have a rough outline of what the day is going to look like, and then by 10 a.m. it's completely different. For me, mostly though, I do some lessons. I don't do a ton as much as some other teachers that I know, but I do a lot with tournament operation side of things and things going on at the golf shop. So we get some things, some apparel or hard goods in the golf shop, inventorying that, merchandising that. But also, like you said, at the beginning of the year here, we're getting ready to go for tournaments, opening day tournaments, and getting the season going. Doing a lot of that running from the software point, using Golf Genius, creating the event, signups to the end of the event, running the event, everything about it, which is, I think, my favorite part of the job. I would say this past Saturday, we had our opening day tournament. I just, something about tournaments I get ready to go and excited for. So that's probably my favorite part of the job.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question, was what is your pick? Because I know,
right, yeah,
again, from what the couple interviews I've done and people I've talked to, is like, you can do so many things, and like you said, you could have a plan, and then by 10 a.m.
Right.
it's completely different based on weather or something like that. So what is one thing you wish you knew before becoming a PGA professional?
That's a good question. I would probably put it on the connections that I've made here. Getting into a section, I think the Philadelphia section, I think a lot of sections are like this, but the Philadelphia section especially is kind of a close knit unit of people here. A lot of these people that I see at tournaments or when I'm visiting the club, or that it's you're more so friends and family than anything else. And I think that's really neat. It makes the job that much better, connecting with other people. We had a tournament this past Monday where afterwards we sat around on a patio and had a beer or two together and chatted it up. And I think that for me, that really, really makes it that much better.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about Philadelphia for a second. You guys, one of the courses in your area is holding the PGA Championship. So,
right.
Are other courses helping out Aronimink at this point, or just you're waiting to see what they need you guys to do?
Right. Yeah. It's a mix. We have fielded a few calls from the professionals over there. They set up a program for reciprocal for their members because the course has been closed since November, so they don't have any play. So occasionally you get a phone call from them to see if they have a group of members at your spot or anything like that. I think the PGA section, the Philadelphia section, has done a great job with getting some volunteers for the event, which is huge. A lot of PGA professionals in our area. This is first time since I think 1962 we've had a PGA championship. So it's pretty cool to see people band together and really try and put on a good show.
Yeah. So have you played the golf course, or not obviously since November? Have you played it before?
Yes, I have. Luckily enough, I played in a tournament a couple times outside of the tournament. I
think it will be a challenging test for the players come May.
I hope it is. I think a lot of it's going to be weather dependent. Luckily enough, we were the Truist Championship last year was at the Philadelphia Cricket Club, and I think Cricket did a great job of standing up.
It was so cool. It was great.
Great tournament. I'm excited to see. These guys are so good. People see them on TV. They're like, oh, they're good. A lot of people don't realize how truly special talent these people are. I know they added a few tee boxes and moved some fairways in and things like that. The property itself, I don't know, is big enough to keep them at bay. I think they're going to have a lot of wedges into some par fours, but like I said, it's all weather dependent. If we get some good weather and get a firm week, I think it's going to hold up pretty good. It's going to be cool to see. It's right down the road for us. It's going to be a great event. I think I'm going to try and get over there as much as I can, as much as my job wills me to get over there. But it's pretty exciting. Philadelphia's got a lot of great things going on this year.
Yeah, I think the one thing with Brian Rowlap and his kind of State of the Union dress down at the players and trying to get to more Northeast cities, and like you mentioned, Philly Cricket Club was, I really enjoyed. I just watched it on TV and I enjoyed it. I'm sure Aronimink will be really cool. I'm still considering, again, it's not that far of a drive for me. So I'm like, maybe do I shoot down maybe a practice round day or something? I don't know. But I think, again, there's so many cool courses in the Northeast and Philadelphia that I think it'd be cool to see some of these PGA Tour players go to some of the courses and just see what they can do. It's new to them. It's new to the viewers, and we're missing out on some great golf courses. I
think there were a couple quotes last year. I think Justin Thomas was one of them, said about cricket, that we need to play more golf up in this area because it's just so different than what they normally play. The California swing, and then they go down to Florida, and it's just so different up here. Like I said, it's all weather dependent. It's most of the reasons why they don't have a ton of events up in this area. But I think it's going to be really cool to see a test for those guys, and it hasn't really had I think 2017 or 2018 they had a PGA event, but other than that, not a lot of these guys.
W championship or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think Keegan Bradley won that year.
Yeah,
but not a lot of these guys have seen this golf course or played this golf course. So I think it's going to be interesting.
Do you think it will favor a certain type of golfer? Like, it will favor a bomber, a ball striker, a really good putter, or just, again, is that weather dependent?
I think it's a little weather dependent. I think you got to drive it straight because the defense of the course is definitely going to be the rough, but also the greens. These guys don't play a lot of northeast greens where there's a lot of undulations to them. I think it's going to favor a really good iron putter and iron player and putter. I think the key is definitely going to be putting, because if they get these greens moving and a lot of undulations, you gotta make some good putts. And so we'll see. I think some strengths. Definitely, if you hit it far, I mean, all of them do, but I wouldn't be surprised if you see a guy that's middle of the road in driving distance win this event.
I'm going to put you on the spot. And do you have a winner, predict a winner, or do you think you have a favorite right now for it?
Oh, that's tough, man. I mean, I love Scotty. I'm a big Scotty fan. I think I've had actually Cameron Young circled for quite some time for a run to make out. He's a Sleepy Hollow kid. He's a Northeast kid. Used to playing golf up in this area and playing better than just about anyone on the planet right now. So he's my winner. I think if he putts it well, I think he can do a great job there.
Yeah, he was mine even before this Masters.
Right.
I don't want to call it collapse, but showing. And I think he is a really good putter, and his distance doesn't help. And I do think, like you said, the Northeast thing, like he played really well at Bethpage and
Right.
from that area. So
Right.
I think he has maybe a slight advantage, like you
Mhm.
said, and he's just really good. And also, if Scotty won, I wouldn't be shocked either.
Right.
We'll go back to the PGA Professional stuff right now. And what would you say are some highs and lows of being a PGA Professional?
I think for me, who thrives in having that member relations with them, whether it's a certain member or membership in general, I think that's it can be both a high and a low. You see some people that you have a great relationship with, but you might have a tough encounter every now and again that puts you in a tough spot. And I think that's not necessarily a low. I think it's more of a learning experience, right? But I try and keep it not too high, not too low, right? Gotta stay on your toes. But I think trying to treat each interaction as a learning experience is huge. Especially I've started at a new place this year, so it's meeting new people. It's putting faces to names and figuring out 400 different personalities on the fly, right? So I think that comes with its challenges, but it's also very, very rewarding, and I like that.
Philadelphia, the weather is not great. We mentioned before. What do you guys do in the winter months? Do you have a lot of simulator stuff, or what does it look like in the winter there?
So it's a couple different at the places that I've been. I've done everything from running a simulator league to just some small lessons inside a simulator to nothing, getting ready, not nothing, but getting ready for the year. A little bit of downtime, right? You get some long hours and some strenuous times for about 6 months here. You got your head in the sand, but you peak up in October and November and you start looking for next year. So at some places, like I said, that I ran a simulator league, which a lot of people enjoy. Gets them to the club, gets them seeing their friends, and it's a small competitive format. So I enjoyed that greatly. It keeps me also moving a little bit in the winter, but as up here in the Northeast, especially this past winter, it's cold and it's tough to get going and be motivated to do it. But it's a good time to get things collected or maybe further education somehow. I've done a couple education courses this past winter, so it's stay on your toes a little bit, but a little bit slower than your seasonal months.
This is something. So I went down to the PGA show in Orlando this year, and I was sitting down at one of the PGA Professional talks just to hear more. And the one guy was talking about, he took some of his golfers from his club on a golf trip, to Europe and stuff. Have you ever done that, or is that something you'd be interested in doing?
Oh yeah. That's always something great. I think it was my first or second year in the business. I was able to go down and tag along. It was already in the books. It was already in the plans before I got there to go down to Pinehurst with. I think it was myself, my head golf professional, and I want to say it was 10 other members would make it at even 12. I think 10 members. It was one of my favorite trips. I look back on it. It was so great. I've been on one club organized trip and a couple other trips with members that were just member trips, and it's a great way to create a relationship with these people that is more than just a day-to-day, you're at the club, hello, how are you type of thing. And I think it's crucial for the success of PGA pros. You want to get to know these people on a better basis, and I think that's huge for it. I love trips. I love to play, so I'll go anywhere under the sun and go play golf with people. I think that's just a pro of the business for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Pinehurst is a definitely a good trip to. Now,
Right.
obviously, PGA Professional, you're busy all the time, and that's again one of the things I hear is long hours. It's tough.
Mhm.
How often do you get to go out and play, whether it's a 9-hole round or just 18, or how often do you get to enjoy the game?
Right. Yeah. So that's, I mean, I think it was one of the big things that got me into the business was my enjoyment for the game of golf, and I hope that's a lot of answers for people. But I think I you do hear stories of the long hours and people like, oh, I don't have time to go play golf. So for me, I try and make it a priority. If I have a long day and we lock up the shop at 6 o'clock, but it's nice out, I'll go try and squeeze in 9 holes. I my goal this year, and I think it's great at the club that I'm at now. Our goal is for all of us to play at least once with members during the week. Join in a group, go play with them, go get to know them. I think that's great for us and for them. They get to know us a little bit better, and we get to know them a little bit better. I think that's huge, and so that's my goal. I try and work on my own game. I play a lot of tournament golf here in our section, which is nice for me. So I try and stay sharp as much as I can.
Yeah, I'm sure it's those tournaments can get pretty exciting and
Yeah.
get into it, and I'm sure the Philadelphia area has some good professional
Yeah.
tournaments.
Yeah, yeah, we do. We're lucky. We played a lot of good places. Our section does a great job with that. We play a lot of tournaments compared to a lot of other sections. We play for some good money, and we have a lot of really good players here. So it's very competitive, but it's like I said, it's a good community for sure.
That's fun. Now, if there is a PGA pro or an aspiring PGA professional listening to this, what's one piece of advice you would give them?
Hmm. I think I think it's like this in any business, but I think be a sponge. Learn as much as you can. Take it all in. I think it's a tough business to be stubborn in and be stuck in your ways a little bit. You might find that at certain places, but I think as long as you try and learn something from someone every day, whether it's a member, whether it's a fellow pro, whether it's a teaching professional, whether it's another assistant, try and put yourself out there to learn something every day and be less. I know my first few years I got in the business, I learned as much as I could, but I wanted to do it a certain way and that way only. And I think now changing clubs and learning different things I think is huge, and taking it all in I think is very important to success moving forward in your career. Just learning as much as you can.
I'm a teacher, and I just had a student teacher with me for 7 weeks, and I told him, I go, you can ask me anything you want. There is no stupid question, because these next 7 weeks and the 7 weeks when you're at another placement is the most you're going to learn instead of the 4 years of school. Like,
Right.
you're not going to deal with, again, I teach PE, so you're not going to deal with a kid crying because he got the wrong color soccer ball in a
Right.
classroom, but you will here, and you got to figure out now, like, again, I understand all the classroom stuff is important, but the best learning experience is right now. And I was
Right.
like, you get asked, like, asked me, like, I was like, hey, this is how I do, like, I have to do bus duty. Like, I bring an extra pair of shoes because if it rains, I don't want wet shoes. Like, it's like all these little things that, again, I picked up
Right.
as a first, second year teacher that I now do. And I'm like, wow, looking back, like, these are smart things that I learned that I would have never thought of in school.
Right. Right. And to ask questions, be as out there as you can be. And I was lucky enough to be a mentor in some ways to an assistant that just got into the business a couple years ago, and he's a dear friend of mine now. But he came in with a little shell around him, and I was a little shy coming on some things, and I was like, dude, anything I can do to help you out, feel free to ask me questions, feel free to follow me for an entire day and see what I do on a day-to-day basis, see how I interact with this member or that member. I think the more you learn, like you said, on the job is crucial to your success later on, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing better than the hands-on experience, and like especially in a new job, and like
Right.
again, just go ask. There's no such thing as a dumb question unless you're a first grader asking me something, and then there is. But so
Right.
yeah,
I,
it's just the things I hear is it just yeah.
Yeah. And I think working in such a business, and yours is probably pretty similar where, like I said, you have a day-to-day framework of what's going to happen, but something always comes up, something
Oh
always
yeah.
changes, and you got to be able to think on the fly and manage your emotions and expectations on what it's going to be. I think that's very important for success as well. Like I said, I still even fall victim to it sometimes where I have an expectation of something and it's going to go this way, and of course it doesn't, and you got to be on the fly and not get too high, too low, like you said earlier.
Yeah, 100%. It's just you never know with what's gonna happen, and Yeah, it's a wild world sometimes teaching. And sometimes I question, like, why did I do this? Like, why am I here? Like, come on. I have friends that make double the money welding
Right.
and don't have to deal with this, but here I
Right.
am. But it's still fun. Now, this last segment, these last couple questions are called our fairway rapid fire questions. So I think it's 6 questions that are just top of your head. Give me what you think or what your best answer is for them. All right, the first one, your dream course to play.
Oh man, I was lucky enough to play Marion last year. I love
Ooh.
that golf course, but I still keep Pine Valley at the top. I haven't played Pine Valley yet as my obtainable, I guess you should say, golf course.
Yeah.
I mean, Augusta National, of course, would be there, but I'll say Pine Valley right now.
Yeah, that one. Okay, Pine Valley's the first one. I've had Augusta, like you said, and then someone said Cypress the other day.
Oh
I
yeah,
was like, whoa, there's
yeah.
one. How hard is Marion?
It's tough. I mean, if you look back at the Open there, I mean, it's no more than 7,000 yards, but it has so much teeth. And I think Justin Rose was 1 under, even par when he
Yeah.
won. I think it's
I
just
really
so
hope they go
the best
back there
event.
soon. Like,
They have the U.S. Amateur there this year,
Oh, okay,
August. So I
that's-
think I'm going to try and go over there and see a few days of that because it's. I mean,
Yeah.
you got some wedges in it places, but you really got to think your way around that golf course, and I don't think enough golf courses do that anymore.
Definitely not. What's your favorite on-course snack?
Oh, I'm a big candy person. It's probably not good for my golf game, but I love some Starburst out there, man. I like that.
They don't like melt or anything in the bag. Like,
No. Just I keep them right in the cart with me, or if I'm walking, I keep a few in the bag. I'm just a big sweet tooth, man. I gotta get
I've
some.
never thought about candy, but okay, Starburst are good. So I'm no judgment here. Like, but I'm definitely gonna take some of these things that I've had. Someone told me, I asked someone, and they said, was it peanut butter and bacon or something?
Yep. So our
was like-
course does it, and actually Marion's very famous for it too. Peanut butter, jelly, and bacon. You
Yeah, I was
think
like,
to yourself that can't, but it's pretty good. We have
Okay.
one at our midway house at our golf course.
Okay,
So
I was
I'll
like, I
sneak
heard
one
that. I'm like, I guess that's something I have to try now because I've never thought about that combination.
in. It's very good.
Early morning tea time or a sunset round?
That's tough. I love dew sweep and I love being the first one out. Something about it's very peaceful to me. But like I said, something about golden hour and being out then it's great too. But if I had to choose, I would probably say dew sweep and first thing in the morning.
Yeah, I think there's no one on the course. You can go at your own pace, and
Yep.
plus then I'm done with it, and I have the rest of the day. And so
Right.
whatever I need to do.
And there's something great about standing on the first green and you're the first one on it, second group on it, and nobody's been on it. It's a good feeling.
Yeah. Favorite club in your bag?
Oh, it's got to be driver. It's got to be driver. It's probably my best club in the bag, and I have a good relationship with it right now. We'll hope it stays that way through October. But
Play a draw or fade?
fade. I'm a cutter of the golf ball. Big cutter of the golf ball.
Okay. Who would be in your dream foursome to play golf with?
Oh man, I would say my grandfather, my father, and then probably my fiance. That would be my dream foursome.
And the last one, your favorite golf movie?
Ooh, that's a good one. I mean, I gotta say Happy Gilmore for my guy Adam Sandler. Big Adam Sandler fan, so I'm gonna go with Happy Gilmore.
Were you disappointed in the second one?
There were some parts of it where it was pretty funny. I'll sit down and watch any Adam Sandler movie as long as he's attached to it. I'll watch it. But I think it was tried a little too hard at certain things. But I mean, the classic, the originals, the go-to.
Oh yeah, it was on TV the other day. I'm like, I have to sit down and watch it the 300th time. But the second one, I was like, you know what? Some of it, I'm like, all right, this is a little gimmicky now, but it's still, again, I had to watch it because it's Adam Sandler and it's Happy Gilmore.
Right. Exactly.
All right, Andrew, that's all I have for you. Thank you for doing this. I know it's really busy, especially with the golf season kicking out. And I'm sure a lot of the listeners will get some good advice from what you had to say.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.